I seriously thank everybody that's here in attendance today. For me, from my perspective, this is a very meaningful moment on what we're about to sign into legislation. And before I get into my prepared comments, I just want to say that in my prior job, many years as a broadcaster, before I even thought about becoming mayor, I had the benefit and the position of being the president general manager at Hawaii News Now, at which time I used to do a segment in our local newscast called Local Connections. And I can't recall exactly how many, but I can promise you that it was on numerous occasions at different times over a period of time that we editorialized against vaping because of its insidious impact that we saw it having on our youth. And so I had a tremendous sense of responsibility about that, but really seemingly no authority to do anything about it. One of the real benefits of becoming mayor is you have that same sense of responsibility, perhaps even greater. In fact, I've often said to people, I've never known a sense of responsibility like I currently feel in this role as mayor. And maybe some of that was exacerbated because we also came in during a time of COVID in the middle of a pandemic. But the sense of responsibility for the well-being of our community is unlike anything I've ever known before. But what comes with this job of being mayor is you also have authority. And so in that regard, I'm very pleased today to do what we're about to do. But I want to thank some of the people here, these young people. I'll get to you, Matt, later, right here. But this is Chung, Chelsea Chung, Chase Chung, Cheney Chung. What? I'm sorry, Cheney. I asked you 3 times, Cheney Chung. But I know this is Samantha, okay? Samantha Lau and Luke Itomura that are here. I want to acknowledge these 3 young people and whoever else has a pink shirt out there for your leadership today and what you're about to say and do, and I want to welcome you. So I want to start off by saying that I remember when it seemed impossible that we would ever ban smoking in airplanes, restaurants, bars, public parks, and beaches. That seemed like an impossibility, but we did get it done. And now we can't imagine allowing people to smoke in those places. The purpose of this ordinance today is to define and prohibit the sale of flavored tobacco products within the city and county of Honolulu. We have sound effects. So we want to fully protect our youth from the harm of tobacco, and we strongly believe it is necessary to prohibit all flavor ingredients, including menthol, in all tobacco and nicotine products. The City and County of Honolulu should be proud of the efforts made over the past 20 years to reduce smoking, especially among our youth. We have a history of leading the state in tobacco control policies. We were the first in the state to pass a smoke-free restaurant bill in 2002, and other counties soon followed. And those efforts helped reduce smoking rates in Hawaii, and we saw the number of youth and adults who smoke start to drop until these new products called vapes came along and destroyed the decades of progress we had made. The escalating use of electronic smoking devices, commonly known as vapes, has led to a significant rise in youth nicotine addiction. These devices have been linked to severe lung disease, potential harm to brain development, and acute nicotine poisoning. The statistics are staggering in that 1 in 3 high school students admit to using e-cigarettes. 1 in 3. And more so, 80% of them, 8 out of 10, started with a flavored product. These flavored nicotine products are dangerous. They lure kids with candy-like flavors like bubblegum, Pog, and gummy bear, to name but a few. into the initial stages of condemning them to a lifelong addiction to nicotine. You know, most people who start smoking before the age of 21 say they wish they never started because it becomes so difficult to quit. Well, we believe that it's time to take the youth vaping epidemic and tackle it at the root of the problem and remove e-flavored cigarettes and menthol nicotine products from the shelves. While Bill 46, and I'll be on record here, is not as complete as I would have wanted, it is nonetheless a powerful and first step. And I would be remiss right now and tell you that just this written testimony alone that I've received and more that has come in is some of the most powerful I've seen by concerned parents, educators, and even young people in support of this bill. And so it makes me very proud today to be here to sign this bill. It's an important first step. But however, we cannot do it alone. We need the state to give us the power to regulate tobacco products so this law can go into effect. Our state legislature needs to pass bills that will help us complete the job. We need a comprehensive approach to ending youth vaping crisis, and we're proud that the Honolulu City and County is leading the way. So I want to thank our City Council members, especially Chair Waters. I'm so pleased that Council Member Wire, who I've thanked personally for his diligence and hard work on this and his commitment for moving this bill through the City Council. Our kids deserve a healthy future, and we must all work together to protect our keiki. This is our shared and profound responsibility. So with that, I want to say mahalo for those of you who are here today. I would tell you, we've signed a bunch of bills in the last 3 years since I've been in office. This one has real special meaning. Its impact and significance is tremendous, and I'm very proud that we're going to be able to do it. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to, let's turn it over to Councilmember Wire, and then we'll have the kids finish up.
Mahalo, Mayor. And of course, I think what's so exciting about Bill 46 is that it was and is youth-driven. So I want to share the same mahalo for Cheney, Samantha, and Luke for all their work that they're doing. The Youth Council, through the Council for Tobacco-Free Hawaii, the campaign for tobacco-free kids, of course, Hawaii Public Health Institute, who are all intimately involved in the process of getting this bill through council. And Mayor shared a lot of data that I think should be alarming, right? 1 in 3 high school students regularly use electronic cigarettes or vapes. It's about 18% for middle school students, so about 1 in 5. And if you visited any of our elementary schools recently, you know that they're showing up there as well. And so this really is a first step. One, in showing that we're receptive and listening to our youth who are seeing this impact on the community, in their schools, amongst their friends on the ground. And also showing that the city, the county, is ready to regulate tobacco products as it did prior to 2018. Right, so historically, this has been something that counties can and have and do regulate. Mayor provided some examples. Honolulu also was the county that implemented the no smoking in cars with kids. The 21 age limit was first imposed by a county law on Big Island. And so it was actually pretty recently that the power to regulate tobacco products was taken away from the counties. And so this really is a framework that I know these kids and the public health advocates can take statewide to let the legislature know that counties are able and ready to protect our community. And so just wanted to say mahalo to everyone that's participated in this process. It's been really enjoyable for me in a learning process, and can we just get a round of applause again for the leadership of our youth?
Thank you, Councilmember Wire. Before we bring our youth up here for the big finish here, Dr. Mee, I'd like to have, we thought we, please come up. I'm sorry to introduce you in the beginning here.
So just want to say a few words about how positive a step this is. Right now, thousands of pediatricians are meeting in Washington, D.C. for their national meeting, and I was able to share this news with them. So Honolulu is seen as a leader across the nation in limiting and improving the health of young people, especially with regards to e-cigarettes and tobacco. So this is a great step forward. Much commendation for the mayor and the city council for passing this bill. Any other substance this addictive usually is prescribed by a physician, so we have to keep that in mind. But nicotine, somehow we're able to take it, we put candy flavors on it, we put it at eye level for young people to see and places where they can easily purchase it. We make it easily found online, and we have our social media influencers using it all the time. So this is a pervasive problem that has been growing and growing. So think about what a very dangerous substance this can be. 1 ounce of liquid nicotine can actually disable or kill an infant. So it's a very potent substance, and we do want to continue our great work for this. But again, this is a great step forward. Eliminating flavors is a very important first step. And again, thank you to the mayor, the city council, and all the parents, young people, and other community members who have been great support for this.
All right, so I'm very proud to bring you on up, Luke and Samantha and Chase. Chase, I get it right, Cheney. I'm sorry, Chase, we should have you go first. The three of you, come on up. The microphone is yours. Cheney's parents are here. I'm really sorry. I'm really good with kids' names, but for some reason I'm drawing a blank on that. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Luke, a freshman at Puno.
Hi everyone, I'm Samantha, a senior at Roosevelt.
And hi, I'm Chain, I'm a junior at Punahou.
We first want to say thank you to the mayor and the city council for passing this bill. It'll really prove to be helpful in the youth vaping epidemic, and statistics show that 21,000 youth will die from a tobacco-related illness if we do nothing. And Bill 46 is the first step to making that number smaller. So we are really thankful for the support from the mayor and the other youth advocates and the city county. However, this bill can't go into effect unless we go to the state legislature first and we repeal the preemption that will allow the county to regulate tobacco sales. So we really want people to continue supporting and keep advocating for this really good cause that will help our peers.
I think through this, like Luke said, it is a very important first step, which is amazing. Thank you so much again to the mayor and to the city. And wanted to highlight specifically how the tobacco industry has had so much control over youth nowadays, leaving them vulnerable through their targeted marketing and through their constant messaging. And we really want to make sure that youth who do get hooked in, starting with these flavors, that we can help prevent them from even beginning to vape in the first place and falling into that trap of addiction.
So thank you for all of this. I'm really proud of everyone who is supportive of this bill, and I'm excited to see how we move forward and strive towards the goal of creating a more tobacco-free youth.
So one last word for me on this, just for the record. We had some pressure to veto this bill, and most notably probably the Star Advertiser in its editorial. And we read that and we took it to heart, if you will, from the standpoint of what they were saying, which in some ways we've already alluded to. This is not a perfect bill, but as we just heard from these young people, And the way I determined this to be, this is a very important first step here for the city and county of Honolulu to take. We need the help from the state, as I've said, but to veto it would have meant nothing would have happened, and perhaps we go back to a drawing board. Time is of the essence. Too much time has gone on, which is why I brought up the fact that years ago, when I was at Hawaii News Now, I was editorializing about this. Too much time. Too much time. We step forward, we step into the future and attacking this problem that is attacking our kids. So with that, I'm going to sign. I'm going to sign 3 copies, and I'm going to give one to each of these young people behind me for their role in helping making this happen. I want to thank you once again very much. Any questions? From anybody, not just the media. Any questions? All right, well look, I want to thank you again, especially members of the media, for recording this. This is, as I said at the outset, this is significant. There's legislation and then there's legislation. This is really important for the future of our city. So I'm really grateful that we're able to get this done today. Thank you again.